Some things in this world don't get the recognition they deserve, like this channel. The same applies to video games. In a medium where there's an abundance of options, some titles don't hit the heights they should have. The video game equivalent of Freddy Adu, if you will. And so today we're taking a look at 10 underrated video games. Number 10. Sleeping Dogs. The first entry is possibly the most underrated on the entire list. Sleeping Dogs was without a doubt my game of the year in 2012. Yes, better than Dishonored, Borderlands 2 and Far Cry 3. But like a game man in the 50s, I think it just came out at the wrong time. It was never going to succeed against the likes of Black Ops 2 and Mass Effect 3, but those who did pick it up got a golden nugget that was way ahead of its time. It has a gripping story following an undercover cop trying to infiltrate the Hong Kong triads. It's an interesting dynamic that has you doing jobs for both the triads and the police. Some detective work here, some criminal activity there, and then it's off to relax at the karaoke bar. How can you not love this game? Number 9. Mirror's Edge. Remember those kids that were really into parkour that you thought were weird, but deep down you were jealous because you didn't have the upper body strength to do anything they were doing? Just me? Alright. Well, if you were like me, then Mirror's Edge is the game for you. The centre of the game is parkour, pun definitely intended, and it's not like the hard stuff that those kids did. No, Mirror's Edge gently takes your hand, points you in the direction of the red climby bits, and essentially does all the work for you as you feel good about yourself. Okay, there's a bit more skill involved, but it takes a lot less time and effort training to improve your triceps so you can scale a wall. Who's the loser now, Gary? Number 8. Metro. Not a lot of people talk about Metro. Hell, I thought it was a train simulator up until last year. But I decided to try out the original 2 games and I'm making my way to playing Exodus, but they are truly amazing games. It's a breath of fresh air to play a game in Russia that doesn't involve Nazis or Battle Royale. Oh, never mind. The survival mode in these games is excellent and I couldn't recommend it enough for someone who enjoys realism in a post-apocalyptic setting. So after this video, go make some stroganoff and open some vodka and sit down and play these games. Number 7. Resistance 3. In a previous video I said that Resistance was one of the best things to come to the PlayStation and I stand by my statement. I really don't see why this series stopped. The whole series is criminally underrated and anyone looking for a fun FPS with a unique story should give them a go. Resistance 3 though was arguably the best one and they decided to end it after that. Maybe they wanted to end on a high, I don't know, but for now I'll continue sending letters into Insomniac demanding Resistance 4. Do people still use letters? Number 6. A Plague Tale: Innocence. Funnily enough, I came across A Plague Tale by using the Surprise Me feature on Game Pass. Since then I haven't been able to stop talking about it. It's set in medieval France and combines stealth, action sequences and terrifying rats into a masterpiece of a story with characters that you can really connect with. People say I'm obsessed, so much so that Mariah Carey even made a song about me. But just take my word for it and go play this game. It'll only take 12 to 15 hours out of your life, and while you're doing that, I'm going to get Amicia's face tattooed on my calf. Number 5. King Kong. Years before his beef with the walking nuclear reactor that is Godzilla, King Kong was just a humble ape trying to get by in life and settle down with that special someone. Unfortunately, Jack Black had something to say about that, and that was the story we got in the 2005 PS2 game King Kong. Now, movies and video games have had a strained relationship. King Kong, however, stands among some of the best movie to video game adaptations. Playing as Jack landed you on Skull Island, trying to survive with what little supplies you had, scrounging for ammo and trying to avoid being dino food. It was a brilliant survival horror setting that had you on your toes every step of the way. But that's not all. Halfway through the game, you actually get to play as the gargantuan gorilla himself as you glide across branches, throw full-size trees at enemies and snap a T-Rex's jaw. It still holds up to this day, and if you can get your hands on a PS2, make sure you play this game. Number 4. The Godfather II. Another movie video game, but this time it's a little different. The first Godfather game is widely regarded as one of the best movie video game tie-ins, but the second one didn't quite get that love. While The Godfather 1 brought us to the events of the movie, the second game acted as a Far Cry game, before Far Cry was cool. The aim of the game was to control each map. It started in New York, then Florida, and then Cuba. You would build up your family and take out the competition. There was an element of strategy to how you go about your business. Controlling particular rackets would give you and your family a bonus, so defending those rackets became necessary. Again, you're just taking my word for it, so do yourself a favour, lock the door, close the blinds, get some soft lotion, because your hands are going to be sore from playing this so much. Number 3, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Ah, the infamous Battlefront 2. Where did it all go wrong? Oh yeah, microtransactions. The predatory practices of EA doomed this game before it could even get the droidica rolling, but after a backtrack from EA and multiple updates, this game is a joy to play. No more grinding for heroes, they're all unlocked. The gameplay is solid, the story is a nice extra bit of lore in the Star Wars universe, and the multiplayer isn't as unbalanced as it once was. I definitely recommend the co-op missions that were added. They're a great way to let off some steam after a long, hard day. Aside from the gameplay, the game looks incredible. Some of the maps look like they're straight out of the movies. Just imagine a world where EA was a good-natured company. Number 2, Bioshock II. When people think of the Bioshock series, they think of the outstanding original and the impressive Infinite, but Bioshock 2 gets thrown to the side like a ginger middle child. But I'm here to say, embrace that little redhead, because you won't regret it. Bioshock 2 did a lot of what the original Bioshock did, but better, most notably letting you play as a Big Daddy for the whole game and giving you a bloody drill. The story follows Delta, a Big Daddy who was forced to shoot himself in front of his little sister Eleanor. The antagonist Sophia Lamb is so insufferable that you just dream of shooting a hive of bees at her for the whole game. Since the Bioshock collection is available on both PS Now and Xbox Game Pass, there's no reason to skip playing Bioshock 2. Number 1, Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 was unlucky. It came out at the same time as both Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which of course had COD 4 remastered. It never stood a chance. However, Titanfall 2 was better than all of these games combined. I think more recently people are starting to realise how good this game actually is, and to be honest, it's about damn time. It had one of the best campaigns in recent FPS games, and BT is my second favourite internet provider just behind Virgin. No wait, that's not right. Oh, and BT is my second favourite robot just behind R2D2. It had some of the best time travelling segments seen in video games, and even if you take away 90% of the game, the last 15 minutes are nothing short of perfection. So that was the list. Did you agree? Were there any other underrated games that I missed out on? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. But anyway, I have been Lenny, and I'll see you next time.